I need to go on ahead and just, this is this walking the dog and laying the podcast down is my jam. This is my new jam. This is the third one in a row I've done. Because again, I'm not going to say two birds with one stone. Fucked up thing is I kind of like this flow, but I think I'm getting zero listenership. I mean, I go to Podomatic and look, and my numbers will jump, but I think it's just on the fact that I upload shit. And I think that, like, the other, because I go through Podomatic, thank you very much, and then I put it on, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, all those. And I think when it's shifted, the RSS feed is shifted over to those other platforms. I think that it, somehow or another, there's a download. I don't know, it gets counted because then I look at plays and I've seen that many plays. I've been doing this shit for a couple years now and haven't made any real headway. I figured, like, I started when, I don't want to say when it was new, but there weren't as many. And now it's like everybody has a podcast. My grandmother might have a podcast. My uncle might have a podcast. They should. Doesn't take much, man. To be creative in 2019, almost 2020, which is nuts. It is nuts to think that in less than 2 months, it'll be 2020. That's crazy. 2020. Another 2 decades. Dude, 2 decades into the 21st century. I couldn't wrap my mind around me ever being 45 years old. I'm 48 now. I'm staring at half a Benjamin. Fucking time, man. Was it Father Time always wins? I don't know. Mother Nature might have something to say about that. She's got pussy. Pussy wins a fair share of the battles, too. Let's start the show.
You're not about that life, champ. I can see it.
Game over, man. Game over.
He runs with the 50. He runs with the 40. The guy is drunk.
Come on. Playoffs? You kidding me?
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. I want winners. Here we go.
Play to win the game.
That was one heck of a timeout.
I mean, listen, we talking about practice.
Ron is in trouble.
My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
B.A. Hunter Sarcastically Speaking About Sports podcast.
I feel like I said winnings. No, what is it? Pussy wins half the battle. I think I should have slapped in there that G.I. Joe. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe. That shit was dope. Look at all these damn leaves. Uh-oh. So, of course, he's going to have to crunch in them. Yeah. That's our co-host, Flynn Anthony Hunter. So he's F.A. Hunter, B.A. Hunter. Or he's doing that part where he's got to find his outside toilet. Or toilets, because he's going to shit more than once. It's part of his move. All right, some sports, baby. Went to the fucking Kings game. Sacramento Kings, Sunday. It's my wife's birthday. Not even do anything. I'm a season ticket holder. We do a 12:30 game, which is weird time. It's the middle of the day. You know? And it was on a football Sunday, which I was kind of not that happy about. But when it's your wife's birthday, you kind of have to do the thing she wants to do. If you care or like her. You know? So, go to the game and not expecting a whole lot from the Kings in that game. Because we got Boston. The Celtics, they're a fucking deep team. They've got, at one point I'm looking up at this up on the board, looking at the scoring stats, or just stats in general. And all their players, most of the players that were actually scoring were, they were all within a certain range. They were all within like 10 to 15 points. All of them. It was like balanced. And you're looking at it and like going, shit. So really, you don't really know who you're gonna get it from. Who's the guy there's certain teams you can go to. You know, if you're gonna play the Houston Rockets, you know you're gonna see a lot of the Beard, Harden. You're gonna see a lot of Westbrook. Okay, you play the Lakers, LeBron, Anthony Davis, but with Boston, Tatum, Brown, Smart. I didn't see my man Taco Fall at 7 foot. 7 foot, what is he, 7'7" freak? Didn't see him. Kind of wish I did. To see him in person would probably be a trip, because when you're that tall, well, first of all, anytime you see the players up close, which I actually really got a good glimpse this time. But, I digress. Look, I'm getting off that topic. So Kings, Celtics balanced team. Kings we were without shorthanded, no Bagley, no Fox. But the thing is they played the Lakers, I think it was a Friday night game, and hung with them. You know what I'm saying? Hung with them only lost by 2, and it came down to it. It wasn't one of those things to where it was all the fucking Lakers just running rough shop over them. Nah, it wasn't like that. Which you're like, well, shit. You can accept losses like that when your team is still developing, and then they go into LA too. So we're feeling good. So I figured, well, this Boston team, and Boston was on a 10-game fucking win streak. Kings, man, starting out, I'm looking, they're starting. Dude, what's it? Rashawn Holmes, like that dude. He was a pickup. They picked him up, I think, from the Phoenix Suns, but he plays with a high. He's one of these energy guys, He's starting. I'm wondering why Bogdanovich isn't starting, but then you realize when he starts the game, he's inconsistent and kind of streaky. Yeah, he doesn't and you can if his shot's not falling, you can see it's almost like it creeps into his head. But this game, for one of the first times I've seen in a little while, he just shot himself. He kept coming at it because he was super tentative. It was he's. I mean, ball movement's good, but sometimes, man, you gotta just play. And it was almost like he was thinking too much. He'd get the rock, and then he would maybe pump fake, and then he would have a look, but then wave it off and pass it on. I was like, dude, this dude's too tentative. Well, I don't know what happened. I think maybe it was halftime. Somebody said something to him because he got it going. One thing that I saw that helped him get it going was that, sometimes it's not even making a shot. Well, it's not just making a jump shot. It's just getting a bucket, man. Drive into the hoop, getting a layup, which I start to know, you watch the 2019 NBA, 3-pointers. This is true. I'm going to sound like one of these old-ass curmudgeon dudes that are it's not like it was back in the day. It's not like it was back in the day. But I almost feel like that, there are, I almost feel like you'll see it too. These cats they'll be on a fast break, and dudes will dart out to the 3-point line as opposed to drive into the hoop. You're like, man, come on. But the Kings, nah. I mean, since we're talking about 3 points, Buddy Hield, that guy was 35 points. He was chucking. But you know what, dude? He was hot. And he's another guy. At first, I'm like, don't get me wrong, man. Buddy Hield is one of these dudes that, he's played himself. He's trained. He's conditioned himself into the NBA player that he is. Because that dude didn't come into the league with a fucking jump shot. He was like an energy guy, too. Yeah, out of Oklahoma. Was he from Jamaica? I think he was in the Final Four. He was drafted out of the Pelicans. We get him by a way of trade from the Pelicans, where we sent DeMarcus Cousins, which I think in the end, I think we made out in that trade. Definitely. Because Cousins has been on 2-3 different teams since then and been hurt. If anything, Buddy's gotten better. But yeah, he led the way with 35. I think the main reason why the Kings they're playing better defense. They're playing defense. Yeah. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I was wrong about Coach Luke Walton. The only thing is let's hope, let's not do what we've done, what's happened in our recent past. We get a team, get a coach, something happens behind the scenes, coach gets fired, start all over again. The other problem, what I'm with the problem is that we're winning these games without Bagley and Fox. Bagley, in my opinion, he's a decent player. Is he? I don't know if he's deserving of all the accolades. I don't know. I mean, he's hurt a lot, if you ask me. Really, Fox has got a super bad ankle sprain, so much so that the dude wasn't even at the game. Bottom line is, the Kings won that shit. It was a trip because we were at the game and we were at my up top. And they're doing that thing on the billboard where they shout out to people's birthdays, and you have to set that shit up usually in advance. And I don't really do that. So my wife said in order. And my husband was like, man, I wish I would have done that. And we look, sure enough, boom, her fucking name pops up. Happy birthday, Christy Hunter. I'm like, wow, that was dope. So she finds out that it was her rep, her season ticket holder, her representative, who my wife had like 3 or 4 of them. And this guy, by far, has got to be the best one. This fucking dude's got to be doing this Leaf shit right now. Yeah, he's the best of them all. So she texts him. He hits her back. He's like, hey, come down to come down. We're going to move you down to the floor. So we're down on the floor watching the game. And again, I'm looking up close and you see the players. It's a trip to see how, like, TV does add. What do they say? It adds 10 pounds. I don't know. For basketball players, yeah, their legs are always skinnier. Their bodies are skinnier in person than they are on TV. But the Celtics, this fucking guy, the Celtics, they had this dude. He had this incredibly interesting physique. Looked like a fucking muscle hamster. They had him listed at fucking whatever. We're just gonna have to deal with it. They had him listed at well, I'm looking at him. He couldn't have been more than 5'8". He's built like a running back, and they had him listed at 6 foot. I mean, I also looked at. They also had Yogi Ferrell for the Kings listed at 6 foot. No. So doing some research on this dude, he played for the Purdue Boilermakers. He had a big tournament, man. He was going off in the tournament. It's Troy something. I think it's Troy Edwards, I think is what his name is. Of course, this is where you want to stop. Right near where this guy with the fucking leaf blower is and where I'm trying to lay something down. I don't care. I'm still doing it. But yeah, muscle hamster. That dude had an interesting look. You know what? I think I'm not going to try to fight with this fucking leaf blower. Let's take a commercial break. Not that I have fucking commercials. So the Kings, so the Kings are going to be playing, they're going to be playing Phoenix at home tonight. I'm not going to be going to that game. I'm going to be staying home. Probably lying to myself and saying that I'm going to go out and do some stand-up, but I'm not. You know, we all know why. Well, I know why I'm not, is because I'm going to have the house to my fucking self. Hell yeah. Dude, I get excited like it's Christmas when I'm anticipating time to be at home by myself. For real, I have that excited feeling. I think they call that shit fucking glee. I have glee when I know I'm going to be by myself. I'm going to do all the things I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe rub 1 or 2 out, drink some shit, project my favorite scenes of my favorite movies on my 4K TV. Maybe some video games, some Madden. You know what I'm saying? Red Dead, who knows? But I might have a full evening for myself, okay? Maybe another creative endeavor, whatever. But I'm going to be by myself, all right? Maybe I can take some suggestions. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know if I talked about the recent NFL. If I talked about this past week. Did I talk about this past week? I don't even know. All I know is that my Broncos fucking... Dude. Denver Broncos lose to the Vikings 23-27. All I know is again, we were going to the game. It was a football Sunday, but so it was no football. We did leave the house at like 10 o'clock. And that's the other thing I noticed. Like, I think that's why sometimes I get irritable because, like, my wife won't just. It's not one thing. Like, if we're gonna do something, she's gonna be on my hip the whole fucking day, and she's gonna be out trying to fucking plan everything. What, you trying to take a piss? That's not in the plans. That's not in the plan. What do you? So I almost feel like sometimes, like, I feel like family time. Sometimes it's like fucking work time. And I love her, man. I love her. Just like I said, I'm getting older, and I just value my time. And sometimes you just want to do what you want to do. Like this fucker wants to crunch on. You're not gonna ever catch one of those squirrels. I don't know why you look to think you can, because you can't. You ain't about that life, Lynn. But no, Broncos. I'm looking. You got my phone, because we all have our phones, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing, dude, they're up 20-0 at the half. I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna fuck around and get another win, because I've said it. I said it already about my Broncos. Is that, dude? I just didn't want us to go winless. We won 2 games. I'm like, cool. We won 3. We're playing with house money. So I don't watch any of those games with any type of expectation about winning, or because winning and none of that means anything. If anything, now winning just fucks up our draft chances, or does it? Because this isn't the NBA and shit. This is the NFL, where the draft picks, they probably traded them away like 10 years ago, and if it's a person impossible, and this guy, whatever. I just don't want the season. I just want the season to end where we had a bad season. We went the worst ever bad season, but it was a bad season. So when I watch these games, I'm like, look, don't give me fucking hope. I don't want hope. I want to just watch them unemotional. But when they do shit like that, 20, be up 20 at the half, I'm like, oh, fuck. You're making me believe. You're making me believe. I don't want to believe. So when the half was over and they go back and they shit the fucking bed and homeboy threw for like 300. Who was that? Kirk Cousins threw for like, I think he threw for like 330 yards in the second half alone. 3-4 touchdowns. Fucking killing it. And in a way too, that's the way a lot of the Bronco games have gone. And here's the interesting part to that, interesting caveat to that, man. My brother, good morning. My brother Kevin, who I haven't really talked to or texted him. Well, I've texted and tried to get in touch with that motherfucker for months now. And he ain't returning my texts. Here he comes crawling out the woodwork. Y'all thought you was going to win, because he's a Minnesota Vikings fan. I'm like, man, here you go. I'm popping up when your little funky ass team wins. Every Minnesota person I've ever known or met in my life somehow found a way to either contact me on Facebook, text me, or whatever. And that's why I was like, shout out to all the motherfuckers Minnesota Vikings fans in my life that I've ever known or met for shouting out to me. And when I say shout out, I mean fuck off. Fuck completely off. So the high points, low points, fucking your boy, Lamar Jackson. I think that the Ravens might be completely onto something. In that, well, obviously they have a fucking long ass win streak right now. Is what they got. What's up, man? I mean, dude, that dude's electric. And I'll admit it, I was definitely one of the people like, that shit ain't gonna work. The shit's not gonna last, okay? The running quarterback, you know what he does? He sells tickets, doesn't win championships, which still may come to pass. You know, it still may happen. But right now, man, dude, they've done, the Ravens, dude, what they've done, and it's been reported on, is that they didn't get a player and try to, you know, turn him into something he wasn't, meld him into their system. They see what his tools are, and they've designed an offense around it, which seems like, duh, no shit, but why hasn't it been done more? Well, we all know the NFL's a fucking copycat league, so it most definitely will be done again. I mean, shit, maybe that's going to be the new move. And I saw somebody else post something on Facebook or something. This is, boy, look at all the black quarterbacks how they're doing it, and it's true, man. The black quarterback, I think now they've transcended the stereotype because because you think about it, and it's funny to bring that up because it was in that game. It was Lamar Jackson against who was it? Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans, another quarterback that I thought, and I think I fell into that same thought process that, yeah, he's another mobile dude that runs around, or whatever. But the thing is what you notice with a lot of these different quarterbacks, like with Kaepernick was a run-first guy, right? Lamar almost is. He seems like but not really. And he doesn't take a bunch of hits. And he's fast as fuck. I mean, man, that dude's fast. I mean, I don't know how long he's going to sustain this way, how many years, but he should just go for his. Because it's the best chance for him to win games, period. And it's rejuvenated Harbaugh's career, his coaching position. Because he's been there, 13 years? But yeah, Deshaun Watson, Texans. The Texans, Deshaun Watson, that game, he was flat. The Ravens had a good defensive plan. They were in his ass. You know, you talk about different, but you think about black quarterback. Dak Prescott, another, black quarterback. Dak Prescott is more in the Russell Wilson mold to where I want to say Watson is too, in that they're mobile, but they use their mobility to extend plays. They'll get on that horse to get that first down, but really they're looking downfield the whole time. Dak Prescott, seems like he's kind of elevated his game too. And you look with the Cowboys, the minute that they got him some weapons, got him a receiver, homeboy from the Raiders, he looked better, and he's looking like like I said, a Russell Wilson. Mahomes, him too now that I've kind of looked at his game, he's more of a game, a game general, mobile, strong fucking arm, can make any throw. But I don't know what's going on with the well, I know what's going on is that I think that Mahomes, I think it's his ankle injury is kind of fucking with him, because at the beginning of the season, it was almost, you could almost take those two teams, the Chiefs and the Ravens, and interchange them in that the Chiefs, their offense was a fucking juggernaut. But now it's more the Ravens. And all I can say is basically it's a fucking delight to watch either way. As far as the Cowboys go, I'm pretty sure they're I can't talk. Jerry Jones, Mr. Jones, you're gonna have to pay Dak. You may not have to pay him $40 million a year, which I don't give him that, but you're gonna have to pay that guy, because the thing, who else is there to get? Who are you gonna get? You're gonna get who? Cam? I don't want Cam Newton. He's yesterday's news. Yeah, he's not even. And we all know Cam Newton. He's not long for the Panthers, which. Maybe he is. Who knows? Maybe we'll be a stay of execution. Because again, I'm in the Survivor League, and I pick the Panthers because they're playing the lowly Atlanta Falcons, who have talent but just fuck everything up. Dude, they get bludgeoned. The Panthers get bludgeoned. So I'm like, well, shit. Maybe Kyle Allen isn't going to get that starting job. Maybe Cam will get another chance at it. I don't know. I know this. I know I'm fucked in the Survivor League now, because I think I have 3 losses now. What are you going to do, man? It's fucking gambling. In the end, the house always wins. Don't you know that, you fucking idiot? Yeah, I know it, but I love how, like, because I'm using my phone to do this. I'm using the voice memo, and it automatically gives each memo a title. And apparently it goes off my GPS, because it'll either put like a street name or something I'm near. This one's titled Winco Foods. Maybe I should title each track that. That's an idea. Something else I've been listening to, was a Slow Burn podcast. They did one on Biggie Smalls, Tupac. They did one on Nixon. Finished that one, which was good. And now I'm listening to the one about Clinton, Bill Clinton, and the Monica Lewinsky thing, which seems like forever ago. What was it, in the 90s, early 90s. The one thing that listening to these last two podcasts has definitely done for me is I'm becoming a little bit more fascinated with politics and all the underhanded shit that goes on. I mean, the Nixon thing, I didn't know half of that backstory, but then I was a kid. Now, for the Clinton thing, I was grown. I'm a grown-ass man. So I remember this shit, but all I basically remembered, we remembered was the same shit. It was White House intern and sucking Bill Clinton's dick, and the Republicans want to out him and impeach him over that shit. To which, first we're talking about impeach. I thought I understood the whole impeachment process. Then I did the research, and yeah, it's a long process. Even if you get impeached, it doesn't mean you're going to lose your presidency. But I digress. The Republicans tried to go after Clinton, and they did it they found out about his fucking affair. And listening to this shit, you get your girl Linda Tripp, who was Lewinsky's friend, confidant, who basically fucking is the one that ratted her out. Bitch was recording their phone calls, her talking about Clinton. And Clinton, apparently, man, you see here the jokes about, Bubba, Sweet Dick Willie, or whatever. Yeah, listening to some of this, he kind of does sound a bit like a dirtbag who got over. But you know what he is in the end? A politician. I love what one person characterized him as is he can go into a room, talk to a group of people, and they all have different viewpoints, and they'll all leave that room at the same time thinking that he's agrees with them, which I guess is politics in the end. You gotta lie to somebody. I know that. But I can't even if you get a chance to check out Slow Burn, check the shit out, man. I definitely fucking recommend it, man. It's like a civics lesson that I actually enjoy. Or maybe it's because I'm getting older and I need some depth into the shit I'm interested in. Whatever it is, like I said, give that shit a listen. It's worth your time. I think I'd be kind of remiss if I did not talk about the fucking Mandalorian. Finally got around to watching it. Obviously, it's a Disney Plus debut, which is fucking juggernaut. What is it, 10 million subscriptions? Didn't even realize it. Just Disney Plus, it's only $60 a year. That's amazing. And then I guess if you bundle it with Hulu and ESPN Plus, it's like $12.99 a month. Oh yeah, and so I mean today we've got the Xfinity assholes that are supposed to show up and fix something. If they don't, we're fucking canceling them and we're going straight to streaming, cutting the cord, baby. It's got to happen. It's time to cut it. Cord needs to be cut. But The Mandalorian, which is kind of a trip. I remember they were hearing all these rumors about the Disney Plus, the channel, and what they were going to be releasing, what they weren't going to be releasing. And I thought the first thing I remember there was a Boba Fett movie, and then I thought when I saw The Mandalorian it was going to be about that was Boba Fett, but apparently no. Did I like the episode? Yeah. The guy playing the title role of the Mandalorian, that's my man. What's his name? Pedro Pascal from Narcos and Game of Thrones, and that guy's been in a lot of shit. But the thing is apparently he's a bounty hunter, and apparently they don't take those helmets off. So how do we even know that's him in the outfit? Because when you hear him talk, it almost sounds like it's a speaker. But I guess since it's coming through that helmet, it sounds like, dude, he could technically play that role, have somebody else wear the suit, him just dub in all his lone lines. If you wanted to. I doubt that they're going to do some shit like that. In the first episode, interesting ending. And apparently, they've got a couple. There's an Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which is going to be dope. And I think there's a series from one of the characters in Rogue One I'm hearing. I don't really remember. Dude, Disney, they're killing it. I actually went on there and I was scrolling through, find some of the cartoons. I remember my cartoon Gargoyles I used to watch. Here's my only problem. Well, not a problem. Here's the one thing. They stream that shit in 4K, and it looks fucking 4K. But when you're looking at the older shit, it looks kind of doo-doo. The screen's kind of boxed off, and yes, my eyes. I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to TV. I need high resolution, crisp sound. I need all that. I don't know why everybody's got their thing. That's my thing. So, like I said, and there's a part of me hoping they don't come. Even if they do come, I'm still gonna sign up for it. Why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I? And I'm gonna have to take that shit. Right now, my daughter's boyfriend, I can't, for whatever reason, it's her fiance, but I can't say that. I don't know, for some reason, it sounds weird coming out of my mouth. Her boyfriend put it on our TV, which I like, but I'm like, yeah, no. I'll get my own shit, because you know how shit like that goes. You know, end up in fucking people's court or some shit. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we're on the home. We're heading home. We'll get this all put up. Well, it doesn't matter if you're listening to it. What I was getting ready to say doesn't really fucking matter. What does matter is this sarcastically speaking about sports pod. Sorry, sarcastically speaking of sports podcast. Sarcastically speaking about everything. Maybe one day I might make the leap and just get rid of the sports and just sarcastically speaking about pop culture. Nope. Just sarcastically speaking about sports. It just rolls off your fucking tongue. Doesn't it? I think it does. Well, have a good day. Bye. Oh, yeah, that's at Headhunter Productions. You don't know nothing about that. Headhunter, son.